When you hear the name Avon, you probably think of the beauty products and the famous Avon Lady knocking on doors. But what if I told you that the story behind this iconic brand is far more complex than you might expect? Avon's journey isn't just about makeup and perfume. It's a tale of transformation, empowerment, and a business model that took an unexpected turn. Avon's rise to fame came from a groundbreaking idea that changed the lives of thousands of women. But as the company faced new challenges, it had to adapt, and those adaptations would forever alter its original mission. So how did Avon go from empowering women to becoming part of a much larger and more controversial business model? And what does this shift say about the company's legacy today? In this video, we're diving into the fascinating and at times controversial history of Avon, one of the most recognizable names in the beauty industry. You might think you know Avon, but there's more to the story than meets the eye. Avon's story begins in 1886 with David H. McConnell, a door-to-door book salesman who made a discovery that would change his business forever. McConnell wasn't having much success selling his books, so he decided to offer small bottles of perfume to catch the attention of his potential customers. McConnell thought the free samples would encourage more women to buy his books. The women weren't interested in the books, but they really loved the perfume. Realizing he had stumbled onto a new market, McConnell pivoted. Instead of pushing his books, he started selling perfumes and founded the California Perfume Company, which would later become Avon Products. What set McConnell apart wasn't just his knack for sales, but his bold decision to recruit women as his sales force. In the late 19th century, women had very few career options and weren't often seen in business roles. McConnell gave them the chance to earn their own income by selling his products door to door. These women, later known as Avon Ladies, became a powerful force in direct sales, paving the way for women's entrepreneurship, which was revolutionary at the time. By paying these women a commission for each product sold, McConnell had created one of the first business models that truly empowered women to be financially independent. Avon wasn't just about selling perfumes. It was about offering women an opportunity to earn a living and gain financial freedom in an era where such opportunities were rare. The California Perfume Company quickly grew. Its product line expanded to include a variety of beauty and household items, and McConnell's revolutionary sales model continued to thrive. Avon's early days were groundbreaking, and the company soon became synonymous with opportunity and empowerment for women. By the 1920s, McConnell's California Perfume Company was expanding far beyond perfumes. It began offering skincare products, cosmetics, and more. In 1939, the company officially changed its name to Avon Products, taking inspiration from McConnell's love of Shakespeare and the town Stratford-upon-Avon. By the mid-20th century, Avon had firmly established itself as a household name. The company's iconic Avon Lady became a cultural figure, representing not only beauty products, but also a symbol of women's empowerment. Avon's direct selling model was unique because it allowed women to work from home, set their own schedules, and earn their own income, long before the concept of flexible work became mainstream. The Avon Lady wasn't just a salesperson. She was a trusted figure in the community. She built relationships with her customers, often visiting the same homes time and time again. Avon's success relied heavily on this personal connection, with products being sold to friends, neighbors, and family members. It was a business built on trust, community, and personal relationships. By the 1960s, Avon had become a beauty powerhouse. Thousands of women worked as independent Avon representatives across the United States, and the company's reach was global, with Avon Lady selling products internationally. But as times changed, so did Avon. The rise of department stores, beauty counters, and eventually online shopping meant that the direct sales model wasn't as dominant as it had once been. While Avon's brand remained strong, the company faced new challenges in adapting to a rapidly changing retail landscape. This laid the groundwork for Avon's next major shift, a move that would take the company in a completely different direction, into the world of multi-level marketing. By the late 20th century, Avon found itself in a challenging position. The once thriving door-to-door sales approach was beginning to falter. The rise of big box retailers in the 1980s and 1990s meant that people could now buy beauty products conveniently in stores or catalogs. Consumers no longer needed to wait for their local Avon representative to stop by. This shift in consumer habits had a significant impact on Avon's revenue. With growth slowing and competition intensifying, Avon needed to adapt or risk falling behind. At the same time, a new business model was taking the world by storm: multi-level marketing, or MLM. Companies like Amway, Herbalife, and Mary Kay were growing rapidly by adopting MLM structures, where distributors not only sold products, but also recruited new members to build their own sales teams. Seeing the potential in this model, Avon made a drastic decision. In the early 2000s, the company began transitioning its business model to incorporate MLM elements. Avon representatives were now encouraged not only to sell products, but to recruit new reps under them. This marked a significant change for Avon. For over a century, they had focused on empowering women through direct selling, an independent sales model that didn't rely on recruitment. But by transitioning to MLM, Avon was now operating in a model that came with its own set of criticisms. While MLMs offered the potential for large earnings at the top, they often shifted financial risk onto individual representatives, who were pressured to purchase inventory and recruit others in order to succeed. For many Avon representatives, this shift created a more competitive and stressful environment. The focus moved from simply selling beauty products to building a sales network. Critics argued that Avon's MLM shift was not about empowering women, but about capitalizing on a business model that placed financial strain on its sales force. But this was not the only issue Avon would face in the years to come. In recent years, Avon has found itself in the spotlight for another, more troubling reason: lawsuits. Since 2010, the company has faced nearly 400 lawsuits alleging that its talc-based products, including popular body powders, cause cancer in consumers. Talc, a naturally occurring mineral, has been used in cosmetics for decades due to its ability to absorb moisture and leave the skin feeling soft and dry. However, talc often occurs in close proximity to asbestos, a well-known carcinogen. This proximity raises the risk of asbestos contamination during talc mining, a risk that has proven costly for Avon. The lawsuits against Avon primarily focus on claims that the company's talc products were contaminated with asbestos, which led to serious health issues for longtime users, most notably ovarian cancer and mesothelioma. Mesothelioma, in particular, is a cancer linked directly to asbestos exposure and has become a focal point of these lawsuits. Many plaintiffs argue that Avon knew about the potential contamination risks but failed to adequately warn consumers. They claim that Avon put profits over safety, continuing to market these products without transparent warnings or recalls. For these consumers, trust in the brand has been shattered, and many are seeking justice for what they believe to be years of negligence on Avon's part. Since 2010, Avon has been named in roughly 400 lawsuits, and that number continues to grow. These legal battles have dragged the company through lengthy court proceedings, costing millions in legal fees and settlements. Some cases have resulted in significant financial awards for the plaintiffs, while others remain tied up in the courts. The most damaging aspect of these lawsuits is the suggestion that Avon may have known about the contamination risks for decades. Internal documents from similar cases involving other companies have shown that talc suppliers were aware of these risks for years. Whether Avon had access to this information or not is a critical question in the ongoing legal proceedings. For its part, Avon has consistently denied the allegations, stating that its talc products are safe and that they follow strict safety and quality controls. However, these assurances have done little to quell the concerns of consumers and plaintiffs alike. As Avon faces an uphill battle in the courts, the company's reputation continues to take a hit. On August 14, 2024, Avon Products Incorporated filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. This decision marked a significant moment in the company's history, as it grappled with both mounting legal challenges and overwhelming financial burdens. But how did Avon reach this point, and what does it mean for the company's future? Chapter 11 bankruptcy is a reorganization plan that allows companies to continue operating while restructuring their debts. Unlike Chapter 7, which leads to the liquidation of assets, Chapter 11 provides a chance for a company to renegotiate its obligations, cut costs, and potentially emerge in a stronger position. Avon's decision to file for Chapter 11 came after years of financial struggles and mounting debt, much of it tied to the legal battles and declining sales. The lawsuits related to Avon's talc products have drained the company's resources, costing millions in legal fees and settlements. As mentioned earlier, these lawsuits have severely damaged Avon's reputation and impacted consumer trust. But the legal battles are only part of the story. Avon has also been struggling with over $1.3 billion in debt, much of it accumulated in efforts to modernize its business and compete in the ever-evolving beauty industry. Despite attempts to adapt to new retail landscapes, including the transition to an MLM model, Avon has found it increasingly difficult to keep up with rising competitors. The shift from a direct selling model to MLM alienated some of Avon's longtime representatives, while new e-commerce platforms and social media-driven beauty brands have further eroded Avon's market share. Faced with shrinking customer bases, declining sales, and growing legal liabilities, Avon had little choice but to seek protection under Chapter 11. So what does this mean for the future of Avon? Chapter 11 offers Avon the chance to reorganize, restructure its debts, and negotiate settlements in many of the ongoing talc-related lawsuits. The company may be forced to sell off assets or scale down its operations in order to free up cash flow. While Chapter 11 allows Avon to stay in business for now, there are no guarantees that the company will emerge from bankruptcy successfully. The competitive beauty industry, combined with the damage done to Avon's reputation, presents an uphill battle. Avon's bankruptcy filing doesn't just affect the company. It affects thousands of people, from corporate employees to its network of direct sellers. As part of its restructuring plan, Avon may be forced to lay off workers, close distribution centers, or cut back on product lines. This could leave many Avon representatives uncertain about their future with the company. Avon's story is a reflection of the evolving beauty industry and the challenges that come with staying relevant in a fast-paced world. What began as a groundbreaking opportunity for women's empowerment has turned into a cautionary tale about the pitfalls of shifting business models and the lasting effects of legal battles. Once a company that provided women with financial independence through direct selling, Avon now finds itself struggling under the weight of lawsuits and debt. Its transition to an MLM model may have been an attempt to stay afloat, but it has only added to the controversy, leaving many to question whether Avon has lost touch with the values it once championed. As Avon navigates bankruptcy and legal challenges, the company's future is far from certain. Will Avon be able to rebuild itself, restore consumer trust, and regain its place as a household name? Or is this the beginning of the end for the iconic brand? The decisions made in the coming months will determine whether Avon can reclaim its legacy or fade into the shadows of beauty history. Thanks for watching, and if you found this story interesting, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos on the multi-level marketing and self-improvement industries. And thanks for joining me on the side of caution.